Hey lovelies, my name is Noria. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we are going to break down how to deal with fungus gnats. More importantly, how to deal with an infestation, get rid of the infestation, and never let it happen again. Yeah. So I've been I'll say full-time plant mom since pretty much the beginning of quarantine last year. My collection grew from like 1 to 40 real quick. Didn't know what I was doing, and needless to say, within 6 to 7 months I had a gnat infestation, and for the life of me I could not figure out how to deal with it. And also, by that time, it being closer to winter, I didn't want to repot things, so we just kind of had to deal with that. So 3 ways how I just dealt with it, and then I'll go into more details on how I got rid of the gnats from like them being here 100% of the time to just their normal, maybe 1 or 2 I see. Side note, gnats are totally just gonna happen, especially if you have a lot of plants in one space. So you're never really gonna get rid of them, but you can control them. So we're gonna kind of start with if you have a full-blown infestation. 2 ways you can handle this. If you can time it good, you can treat your soil. You can do the water and hydrogen peroxide mix. Be mindful of that one though. I kind of went a little heavy-handed on that one initially because I was just trying to get rid of the gnats that I almost ruined a couple plants. I'm pretty sure I did burn one pretty bad. I don't even think it's still with me anymore, but that is one way you can do them if the gnats are controllable enough that you can do just like 1 good watering for all your plants at one time. Do a hydrogen peroxide little rinse. You can do traps. The apple cider vinegar one has been my best friend. I use about 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 3 pumps of dish soap, or eyeball it. It doesn't have to be exact, you just want the bubbles, and then half a cup of hot water. I would shake that up and I would just stick the traps where I needed them. That was also my best friend. Be mindful, your room or wherever you place them will kind of smell like apple cider vinegar, but you know what? You do what you gotta do. I also bought a bunch of sticky traps. So you know my condition has gotten better because there's like no gnats on here. I would have these, or at least last year, I had these almost on every single major plant and I always had to change them out. But these are nice because they are attracted to the yellow. They'll come in, they'll stick, toss, rinse, repeat. I'll have to take it down. I'll show you guys a close-up, but eventually I bought a automated trap, and basically it's just a fan that runs. There's a light, they get attracted to it, they go underneath the light, they get sucked down, slapped on the sticky pad. Good. If I can find it, I will show you what that sticky trap looked like for me last year compared to the one I have this year. So I'm hoping I still have it. I'm pretty sure I do, but the one from last year, I was literally changing that out almost every week. The one from this year, I probably change it once every 2 months, if that. Actually, I don't even remember the last time I changed it, so yeah. But yeah, that's kind of if you have an infestation, but needless to say, that is not going to solve your problem, especially if you have multiple plants. You will have to either really treat the soil, and I mean like take your plants out of their pots, do something with that soil, but I'm like, by that point, just buy new soil and repot everything. So beginning of the spring season, I took all of my plants outside, I stocked up on some soil, and then I repotted everything. So tips with that, get you some good soil. And I don't mean like going to Lowe's or Home Depot and just getting that Miracle-Gro, because that was also another problem with mine. Just getting that type of soil, there was always bugs. There's just, unless you're gonna treat it beforehand, just do yourself a favor, stay away from that. I actually ordered mine from the same place I order a bunch of my plants, and I've had like 0 problems. You can do that. You can mix your own. You can go to actual nurseries and buy their soil. So you have some different options. Just choose which one works for you. I will put the link of the soil I use in the description box if you are interested. But yeah, if your gnats are coming out of control, you're gonna have to repot your plants. That's just how it's gonna be. Needless to say, once I potted my plants, like, my problem went down to like 20%. Like, getting rid of the soil was the main thing, because at that point I just could not keep up with it, and it was either keep treating it with the hydrogen peroxide and risk killing my plants because 1, I was overwatering, and 2, because they don't need hydrogen peroxide like that. So bite the bullet, just repot. Next thing, bottom watering. Oh my gosh, it is time consuming, yes, but I feel like that has saved me so much. Even now, because I do bottom water, I don't even let, if I can catch it, I don't even let the top part of my soil get wet. I just let it come up once my pot feels heavy, and then I move it aside. Now, so let's say I do forget and I actually drench the soil, I will cover the top with cinnamon. So YouTuber Rachel Oss put me on this. So the Ceylon cinnamon, you want basically like the purest form of cinnamon you can get. Sprinkle this on top. It does not hurt the plants. Like one of my plants here, I don't know if you guys can see it, but that whole top is covered with cinnamon, because I forgot about this plant in the tub, and by the time I came back she was drenched. But this helps dry out that top layer, so you can help prevent gnats from being attracted to the top of the soil to lay their eggs. I think I ordered mine on Amazon just because I couldn't find it locally, but I mean, if you just have regular cinnamon, that works too. You just really want to have that top layer dry out as quickly as you can. Again, bottom watering is your best friend. If you're in a pinch and you do have to water from the top, again, use cinnamon to help dry the top part. Also, that is when I would put out most of my traps. So if I know I had a watering day and a lot of my plants had to be watered from the top, all my sticky traps come out, and I will do my apple cider vinegars, put it out around the room just so I can catch anything before it tries to land in the soil. And again, I just try to dry the top layer as quickly as I can. What else? Occasionally spray your plants. So I like to be proactive with my pest control because we have way too many plants. We're not trying to deal with that. So Neem Oil. I just buy the one from Lowe's, Home Depot, the pre-spray. So when I go to put my plants in the tub, if I remember, I'm like, oh, let me just spray these down. Neem oil is a natural bug repellent, so while I also focus on the leaves, I'll let it trickle down onto the soil and kind of deter the gnats from wanting to land there. So you just kind of got to do things here and there to just stay on top of it, because oh my gosh, if you ever had a gnat infestation, you will know how annoying they are. They fly everywhere. They're just there, and just, yeah, no. But yeah, I am proud to say that today I have over 61 plants, and my gnats are very, very, very minimal. I'll see like 1 or 2 fly around occasionally. Again, having that automated trap helps a lot. That one pretty much stays on all the time for me. It's not on right now because it's a little loud, but I will say that was a nice little investment. I am very happy with how everything played out. Again, if you do have an infestation, bite the bullet, repot everything, especially right now during the summer months. Daily, you want to do it spring, summer. You can probably get away with it like early fall, but if you're like somewhere very, very cold, I would probably say just stick it out. Stick it out until the weather warms up, and then get rid of all the soil, like all of it. Even my snake plants that I barely watered, I got rid of all the soil. I did not want anything old in this house. I took everything outside. I wiped everything down, disinfected it. So sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Is either that or throw out all the plants, and homegirl spent way too much money on these. So yeah, that was not an option. But I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any other questions on how to deal with some gnats, or if you have any other suggestions on how you deal with them, definitely leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you guys in the next plant video. Bye!